Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back, everyone. I don't know what happened. Technology exploded in the last, 10, 15 years. And while it's all great, it just seems like we're busier than ever. Like all of this stuff seems to be there to make life easier, but we're always moving. We're always moving, trying to get it done, get it done, get it done. Going to talk about productivity today. And imagine tapping the brakes, slowing things down, maybe enjoying life more, but still being just as productive. How do we do that? Well, we call upon somebody that holds the mirror up and holds us accountable and gives us suggestions. And I found her. She's an amazing life coach, works very much with self-improvement, guiding people through their lives personally and professionally. And she is our professional of the year, and she's back with us. It's Dawn Manderfeld on the program. How you doing today?
I am good today. It's cold here in Minnesota, but I'm good.
Are you having a productive day?
I haven't. Today's been a very productive day. Yes. I didn't sleep well last night, so I decided to get up and get some stuff done. So I got my exercise in, got my weights in, finished some laundry, and got my bed made, and I'm all ready for the day.
You are like reading my mind, and I'm glad you said that. So let's even start there. You woke up early, didn't sleep well, used it to your advantage, and jumped headfirst into things. I've been thinking about waking up earlier, and I know that it will make things better, but it's a twofold thing. So part of me is like, no, you get your sleep, you deserve your sleep. Side note, I used to wake up for decades at 3:54 a.m. every day. So now I'm like, I'm never doing that again. So I sleep till like 7. But then I find myself catching up, got to catch up, always running behind, always running behind. And I'm thinking that, all right, maybe I should start earlier and the trade-off would be worth it. And in my feed, I saw the 5 o'clock club. It used to be a big thing back in the day. Somebody wrote a book on it, right? And I was
I've
like,
never even heard of that.
oh, yeah. Oh, people used to tell me about that a long time ago, where it was a complete life game changer to wake up at 5 a.m. and start your day there. How much you get done in advance, life is just easier. I look at that, I agree, but then on the back end, now you're losing sleep. So it's amazing we're talking about this today because it's been on my mind and I just saw those. And now you're talking about getting up early and then you were productive because I feel like I'm behind today. Like they're going to pick up my car for service. I'm like, I don't have time to call them back. It's like, I guess I should wake up earlier. I don't know. What are your thoughts on all that?
I'll have to ding you next time I'm up early and say, get up, Steve. I know you have stuff to do.
Yeah, here's the thing. I shut off all my notifications when I'm sleeping, so won't hear it.
Um, I'm a morning person anyway, but I found out that even on days where I don't have to get up early, I have set my brain to get up early. For me, what helps me have a productive day, even if I'm just really tired and there's a lot going on. So what makes me distress is my devotion time and my workout time. That to me is what de-stresses me and gets me ready for my day. So that no matter how chaotic it may change, how many more phone calls come in, when I get those things done, I feel like I can conquer the day. Now for me, if I get up earlier, I can be more relaxed in the evening so that my brain shuts down better for me to sleep. Now, if I sleep in, I start my day late. I don't get my reading time in. I don't get my workout in. My whole day just seems out of order. And it's like I just can't seem to get caught up on what I need to do. Even when I go to work, it's like I can't seem to stay on top of it. So for me, and for all of you out there listening, and for you, Steve, what makes you de-stress so that you feel, now this is where feelings do come in, where you feel that you are going to be able to conquer your day no matter what. Is it reading a book? Is it just sitting with quiet time and a cup of coffee? Is it just looking out the window? Is it working out? It's really important for everyone to figure out what helps them de-stress. And a lot of times what helps us de-stress in the evening can also be the same thing that can help us de-stress in the morning.
Hmm.
But if we give ourselves even an extra 20 minutes to a half an hour in the morning, you would be shocked at how much you will get done during the day because you've already gotten your endorphins going. You've gotten, everything in your system in your brain is ready to go. It's all been activated. And it's like, bring on the day.
I love you.
The look on your face.
I love you, but I hate you because you're right. You're right. And I'm feeling it today. Like I had a different day. I had an early Zoom video earlier, and I'm like, I'm going to set the clock. I'll just wake up. Yeah, I did within, 20 minutes. Funny you should say that of when I normally wake up, but on the later side. So I feel like I'm behind. So question for you. And by the way, as I'm walking out of the bedroom and looking over the side, I'm thinking, you didn't write in your gratitude journal. You didn't journal at all. And it's almost as if like I was leaving a rock that I like to hold on to sometimes. And I was like, I don't have time for you. I gotta go. And I didn't do it. I didn't have time. If you wake up later or you don't set that time aside, do you feel like you're cheating yourself, cheating you personally, your devotional time, your reading time, maybe workout time? You feel like you cheated yourself?
Yes,
Hmm.
because I know what that does for my body if I do it.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's the only me time all day. But what helps me with that is that my brain never shuts off. So it is not easy for me at night. Like my kids and my friends go, do not ever talk to Dawn about anything serious after 7 because she is brain dead. Like you are not going to get all of Dawn after 7. So whether I sleep good, I don't sleep good, whether I get up earlier or I don't get up earlier in the evening, I may be that way. But whenever it's time to go to bed, my brain will not shut off. All of a sudden, it's like a little hamster and it's a little wheel, and it's just going, 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 going about what I didn't get done, what I should have gotten done, what I need to do tomorrow. So for me, if I set that time aside in the morning, I don't feel guilty in the evening. And I literally am okay with doing nothing. I'm literally okay with doing nothing.
I'm getting better at it. And I think I shared a while back that I had an epiphany 4 months ago, 5 months ago, listening to friends say on a weekend, 11 a.m., they're in bed. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're in bed? It's 11 o'clock. The day's half done. What are you doing? I'm just hanging out watching TV. I'm binging right now. I'm like, what? Until I got sick. I rarely do, but I was in bed for a few days. And then I was like, this isn't so bad. This is how the other half lives. And then I realized, duh, jerk, by doing nothing, you are doing something. You're regenerating,
Yeah.
you're relaxing, you're getting clarity, you're having a moment. So now, honestly, and I'm always going, just like you, always brains going, I'm moving all over the place. I actually look forward a few times a week during the week to later in the evening. I'll just lay in my bed. That's my sanctuary. I love my bedroom the way I do. It's like that's the room. And I'm like, I'm just gonna hang out. And I'll even put something on TV. And I don't even watch TV, but it's on. Maybe but I'm chilling. And I don't
Yeah.
normally do that. Do you feel that some of us cram so much in a day, so we're always busy, so that some people run from things? I have a friend I believe does this. She's always like everything's crammed in her day, but I feel that she's running from something or running from herself or afraid to confront herself or situations. Do you feel that some people do that?
Oh, yeah. I used to do that.
Hmm.
I didn't want to face changes that were coming on. I didn't want to face a relationship actually that I was in. So if I stayed busy and I could account for it, then I didn't have to deal with that situation. I do believe a lot of people are running away from something when they overplan their day
Yeah.
because, and for some people, it makes them feel more important too. Some people feel, well, oh man, if I have my day plan, I've
Hmm.
got all this going on. that's something, like I am something,
Yeah.
and I don't think a lot of us literally have a plan for ourselves of how we want our weeks and our days to go. And if you have a 9 to 5 job, a lot of times you can put a plan together. Even if you have children, make your children part of that plan. It's good for children to read. It's good for children to sit and relax,
Mm,
not do any electronics. Do a puzzle together, play a game together. You know, you and I were, I don't have any kids at home anymore, but during the week it's just me and my dog. And so a lot of people go, well, yeah, but you don't have anyone else to take care of. You can do that. Well, not really, because I am a caregiver. So, and for some of those caregivers, I am the only person, so I do everything. So even though I'm living here alone right now, it hasn't changed the way I have to plan my life and do it because of responsibilities I'm still responsible for.
I got you. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
crazy. People
Yeah.
think that all of a sudden, living here alone, kids are gone. You have all this time. Well, I'm self-employed. I don't have very much time. And
Hmm.
and my plans can change in an instant. So that's why I have learned to value myself and what makes me feel productive. And even if I don't sleep well at night, I would rather get up or right up then and start my day and try to be more relaxed in the evening than to lay there and toss and turn because it almost affects you worse. You get more tired. When you're tossing and turning and you can't sleep, your
Yeah.
brain won't shut off. It is better for your brain and your body to be productive, get up, start your day. Then when you get home at night, you can give yourself full permission to, okay, I got a lot done today. I got up early. I can just do nothing right now. Or do what
Hmm.
what I enjoy, do a craft, whatever. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh, we're relaxed, do nothing. I,
exactly.
I look at it in one way, in my regard, and as an example, waking up later than I used to back in the day. Like, yeah, I'm trying to treat you. Sleep is important. We all know that. So I'm going to wake up, at a later time, 7 a.m., whatever it might be. And I think I'm doing justice to myself. But now talking with you, technically it's an injustice because if I just had 30 minutes more, I would have probably a better workout at the gym because now I'm not rushing. Life would be a little easier because it's not as frantic because I have an extra 30 minutes built in. And I want to share this because it was a wake up for me and it's exactly what we're talking about. And it just happened the other day. I intentionally slowed down this weekend. I had some surgery, all good, recovered, no problem. But I was like, you know what? And the weather was a little funky this weekend. I'm usually going out. I love seeing cover bands. I like just like doing stuff. Why am I going to do anything this weekend? So I took it a little easier. Monday morning, I'm in a very chill mood and I'm just driving here and I come to a light and I'm staring, I look down at my steering wheel and I'm looking at the detail, the emblem and how they put it together. And it's like, wow, I never even take the time to like look at things. Like, that's really cool. I was just waiting for the line, just looking at it. And I just had this flash. That moment, as insignificant as it may seem, I flash back to my childhood and I flash back to my 20s when I didn't have to worry about kids, mortgage, payments, blah, 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 where I would take the time and be curious and enjoy those little things and fixing little things and coming up with ideas and doing this and doing that. It was just staring at the steering wheel brought me back to that. Hey, you need to get back to that, taking that time. I guess that cliche, appreciate the little things,
Yes.
because I don't think many of us do. And it came from slowing down the weekend. So it's almost as if, the motor was going, but now the motor slowed up. And then Monday morning, the motor's moving a little slower. All good, because then I got to see a little detail for a change. I don't know if that makes sense, but it was wild. I really felt like I was a kid for a few minutes.
Yeah. Um, right now we live in a world where we really don't have a choice but to be so chaotically busy.
Oh, horrible.
And not even by our choice. It's by the expenses of everything. Like you said, the cost of living, everything, and the expectations of our bosses and of the companies that people work for. There's a lot of expectations put on us where a lot of times our only slow time is if we make it for ourselves because it's not going to come from there. So
Yeah.
we need to plan our time. We need to learn to slow down, stop, and take time for something that we really enjoy. And for me, I I don't do well when I sleep in too late. So for
Hmm.
me, I get sluggish during the day. It just kind of like puts me off where I would rather have time in the afternoon to stop and smell the roses as long as I know I got my time in the morning to help my day line up. But that's how I am. Not
Hmm.
everyone's like that.
Hmm.
But that's how we have to figure out for ourselves, how do we plan for our time to make us de-stress? Because we talked last time about how stress and everything
Oh,
affects our health.
oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. I have friends that have headaches all the time. Why? One, they can't stand their job. Why? Their boss is so not understanding at all. And the expectations are over the roof. And sometimes for us to slow down and still be productive, we have to may we we may have to look for a different place of employment.
Hmm.
Sometimes that's a big step in learning how to de-stress and be productive. And it's okay to do that. It's okay for you to do that. You may have been at your job for 15 years. Okay, so you're going to stay at that job to keep your pension for your retirement. You may not even live and be sane by the time you can retire from that job.
Mm-hmm.
Why not just throw yourself out there, look and just see what's out there? You being more productive may be changing your employment.
You might see things in a totally different way if you give yourself some grace, some time, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And side note, even to what you said, all of that, nothing's guaranteed in life. There
Yeah.
and newsflash for all, there's no loyalty. You could be at that job for 20 years. Everything seems great. Tomorrow, you get an email. Yes, an email, and that's all. It's done. It's over. And you
Yep.
put everything into that, all of you into that. I'm not saying you shouldn't be take personal investment in what you do and be proud of what you do, but we put so much value on these things. The job, what it be, a house, whatever. Um, Not guaranteed. Everything. I'm learning that everything is temporary in life. It really is when you think about it. Give
Yep.
me a guarantee? Taxes. And that's not guaranteed because if you didn't have a job, you wouldn't be paying the same kind of taxes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All of
Exactly.
that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
and it's I guess it goes back to maybe a fundamental thing, but all those things that we look at in life, that I hit it. I'm there. I got the big house. I got the white fence and the kids and everything. It's great, fantastic. Is it really? Is it all that?
Well, sometimes we hold on to the familiar, not realizing the damage that it's doing for us.
Mm,
And a lot of times we hang on to that because we're people pleasers or because we're personally afraid to take the next step because we don't believe we're good enough. We don't believe we can do that.
for sure.
And a lot of times people put up a little box, this is going to be my life for however many years. And they're not even willing to just put a window in that box and just say, so many people are hiring right now. So many people have these specials going on for a gym. Some people don't like working out alone. I'm okay working out in my home. I'm okay with not going to a gym. I don't need a gym to make me feel productive in my workout. But so many people just go, well, I can't fit this in. I can't fit that in. How am I going to get this? If you're not willing to stop and try something new, you're never going to get out of being stuck. And when you're stuck, you're not very productive. Just be honest, you're not. If you're stuck in the same routine, Tell me where you're being productive for your friends, your family, and yourself.
Mm.
The majority of the time, you're not.
It's the truth. Yeah. But we're afraid to let go of it.
Exactly. There's such a fear of change. And to be productive, changes need to happen. It really, really does. And a lot of people literally can get so in tune with the word change that they don't realize that they can make one simple change that could revamp their whole day. I mean, even in the direction that they're going in their life. But a lot of the majority of people's productivity is for someone else, not for themselves. So the majority of our productivity is pleasing our employers, pleasing our friends, pleasing our spouses, pleasing our kids. But where does it come in there that we're slowing down to help us refuel so that we can continue to be what they want us to be? It's it's all change, and some people can't handle that. And you're
As-
looking at me like I
No, as soon as you say it, I'm hearing David Bowie changes and cha-cha changes, turn and face the strange. Changes, time may change me, but I can't trace time. Yeah, time is going to change us. We're going to get old. Sorry.
yeah.
And you can't go back. You can't trace time. It you use it and it's done. And when you think about it, everything we're talking about today, it is the most valuable thing you have in life. Forget about money. You can't buy time. You can buy services to help you give you more time, but that's about it. Once the time is gone, the time is gone. So face the strange. I'll be texting you tomorrow morning at 6:15.
I'll be up. I can promise you
Oh my
that.
gosh. Oh, it's almost you know what? It actually triggers me to be like, I got to get up early tomorrow. But you know what? I'm not kidding. I'm like decades. I woke up at 3:54 a.m. People say, why 3:54? I'm like, because every minute counts. And I got it down to a
Yeah.
science by the time I take a shower, get in the car, get there, how much time I have left over. Um, but everything's a habit. So wake up at 6:15, wake up at, 45 minutes earlier, whatever it is. It becomes you after a period of time. Maybe a little awkward in the beginning. I may be cranky for a few days. But man, how much more time I would have in 30 minutes or 45 minutes added to a day and less stress.
Well, for me, it's like my brain is a clock, and a lot of times I have to be up at like 4:45, 5 o'clock in the morning. Even when I don't need to be up, even if I don't sleep well, I am automatically up at that time.
Mm,
And if for some reason I'm a 10, 15 minutes late, I have a dog who makes sure I'm automatically up at that time. But
yeah.
what I'm saying is that when you get into the same routine, there's a reason why um, Harvard doctors and Mayo doctors say stick to your bedtime and morning routine 98% of the time, because that's when your body is more productive. That's when your body's going to function better. And it literally helps you live longer. It can actually make you happier
Yeah.
because your endorphins literally are on a timeline and they're not getting all miscrewed and all changing. I mean, if your sleeping patterns change, like when I first worked at the hospital for a while, I worked night shift, morning shift, afternoon shift. I had to take turns. I was so off kilter, I couldn't even function. Like, I am not someone who can work at night. And I finally had to just say, I need to make some changes because this is not working for me or my family. Yes, it may be paying the bills, but I can't do this. I can't even be productive when I get home from work. Like I am not there 100% for my family or for anything else. And so sometimes to slow down and be productive, you literally have to change who's taking the majority of your hours during the day
Yeah.
or during the afternoon or during the night. My daughter's a night owl. She works a night job. It's perfect for her. Perfect for her. So a lot of times to be more productive and to have me time, yourself time, you really do need to look at what's taking the majority of your hours a day, and is it worth the stress during that time? Because I know every job can be stressful, but it is possible to find the right connections, to have the right people to work around, that even if it's stressful, you're in a good team. So you're not taking all of it on yourself. So I mean, for a lot of people, maybe it is a job change. For a lot of people, maybe it's who you're spending most of your time with. For those that don't work, that can be home. Are they taking energy out of you, or are they speaking life into you and giving you energy? Are they understanding your time? I mean, a lot of spouses don't even understand their other spouse's me time. Well, that's selfish. Why are they doing that? They work all
Or
day. I want their time,
that's a
and it's
great
like,
point. Yeah. And guess where that turns into? Uh, one spouse carves time for themselves and they got, let me go to the gym, whatever they do. The other one maybe on that crazy schedule, not properly time managing their day, don't put the effort into self-care, and then starts feeling guilty. Not guilty, I'm sorry, resentful of the other person. Like that, you got plenty of time. What is that about? I'm working my butt off, but you're doing it to yourself. Guess what? We're out of time, by the way.
oh,
Like
okay, yep, I guess we are. I just saw the
we are.
time.
Wonderful talking about this today. It is so important. It's we can be productive and slow down. I don't
Yes.
think we see it, or we're afraid to make the change to make it happen, be it an extra 15 minutes or whatever it might be. Just a piece of what you offer. Take the time, go to the website, livingbb.org, livingbb.org, i.e., living beautifully broken.org, and make the change. Make it that start a conversation at the very least, like we're having today. Somebody could reach out to you, and as you brought out of me, realizing what the heck I'm doing, and being stressed out, worrying about time management.
Well, like I always say, write it down and make a plan.
We don't.
Make a plan that what will help you slow down, and pick something every month you're going to work on to do that, even if it's adding 15 minutes to your morning.
It can be a big deal.
Yeah.
It may not seem. It can be a big deal. And guess what? With that extra time, you may get ideas that make you more productive. Well, you can't think if you're not taking that time because you're running quick. You're on the hamster wheel, just getting it done, rinse and repeat every day. Dawn, always great talking with you.
Thank you. It was great today.
I appreciate it.
We may have to do section number 2 with this one.
Maybe spend more time, intentionally spend more time. I'm not kidding. I'm waking up early tomorrow. It's gonna crush me. I'm gonna admit it. It's even just setting the alarm. But I know what, on the back end, so much better.
Yep.
Big difference. Yep. All right. We'll catch up again soon.
Sounds great. Hope to hear
Thanks.
from someone.
We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.